We're back.
We're back. I don't know what happened. Apparently we had a connection issue. But, yeah. We're back here. Again, it's like 5 minutes after 3. And, it's the morning of April 2nd. Thankfully we can prove now this is not an April Fool's joke. Homeless deaths are not fake. They really do happen.
Yeah.
And there are 700, an average of 700 homeless deaths just from hypothermia a year. I mean, that's an average of 2 people per day. And people usually don't die of hypothermia in the summer. So, I mean, that's the national average. And police budgets, everything else. I mean, in Nashville, $40,000 a year per homeless person is spent to arrest them, to harass them, to violate every right they have. I mean, you can see the atrocities for yourself. Just go on YouTube and look at some of the videos of the atrocities of how people are treated. I mean, you can see videos of homeless people getting beat just because they're homeless by the police. I mean, this is...
And by random people.
And by random people.
I mean, this is one of the things that you'll see is that when you're homeless, you don't have any protection from the elements, from random people. We've gotten people heckling us and screaming at us tonight, and one of those could have turned violent. And so, you know, just the awareness, the connections, and you talked about even folks that face mass incarceration and the death penalty, and how all these issues are connected, and recognizing that, you know, many people are locked up and many people locked out in our society, and we recognize that a lot of that has to do with the economy, the way that the economy is created. And so we know mass incarceration, we have people still working for pennies a day, which is basic slavery, and we also have folks on the street that you know, we've been screamed at, get a job here multiple times tonight, and we have everybody here pretty well works, and still can't afford a house. And so,
and I don't know who, I mean, I know people work at 3 o'clock in the morning, but there ain't that many jobs at 3 o'clock in the morning. People yelling at us to get a job at 3 o'clock in the morning is just stupidity on their part. But unfortunately, people are going to be like that. You're going to have the idiots. You're going to have the people that are like, they say whatever they can to go against you. I mean, you're going to have the haters, and haters are going to hate. And you know what? Haters aren't worth the trouble. Haters aren't even worth caring about. I'm kind of upset at myself for even mentioning it. But I mean, here, I mean, we've had multiple people rev their engines. We've had people yell out the windows, get a job. We've had people yell from balconies, cut housing budgets further. We've had people tell us that we are scum of the earth, to go F ourselves,
flick us off multiple times.
Yeah, I mean, and unfortunately for most homeless people, this is a daily occurrence.
That's right.
I mean, for us, this is a one-time thing tonight. Well, a one-time thing at least for this year. I mean, we'll probably do this again next year.
Although a lot of people here tonight are homeless, so they're going back to it tomorrow and the next day and the next day.
Yeah, thank God that I have a place. But if these budget cuts go through, I don't know where the guarantee is, because I live in public housing. I mean, I work my butt off. I mean, sometimes I work 80 hours a week. Haven't been able to work for the past week because, well, I ain't gonna go into that. But I mean, you see these people. You look at all these people down here. Not one drug has been done. Not one sip of alcohol has been taken while we've been here. I mean, you can see we're not all alcoholics. We're not all drug addicts. I mean, look at the ones down here. And you got a car coming up, so, and unfortunately I think their muffler's about to fall off, or their transmission's about to fall out, one or the other. But I mean, they might not be able to afford that because they're having to pay all their money towards their housing.
Yep.
I mean, if I hadn't paid so much rent, they can't afford to get a new muffler. I mean, this is a realistic world for a lot of people. I mean, the people that we talk about right now are people that are sleeping on the streets, people that are sleeping in tents. We're not even including people that are sleeping in cars or sleeping in the shelters.
That's right.
But that's a whole other statistic all in itself.
Or doubled up with other people.
I mean, this in downtown Asheville, there is, I remember, 133 beds in downtown Asheville for what, 700 people?
Yeah.
700 people. Then
500 to 600 a night, typically,
on
that are on
average.
the streets.
On average, a night. I mean, guys. I mean, and that means, and that's with every bed full every night. The mission has open beds daily, but guess what? They fill up daily. I mean, there's people like me in particular. You might have seen this on Facebook. I can't stand a mission because I was raped. I can't stand a mission because my PTSD is so bad that I can't be around a large group of people. I mean, this is almost too large of a group for me. Might as well the hecklers, but I ain't even worried about them. But I mean, look at this. I mean, a lot of these people have loved and support. A lot of people. I hope a lot of people have called their congressman because this is a really big deal. They have just the homeless people call Congress, but line's going to be busy all day and all night.
That's right.
24 hours a day.
So we should show them that number. Here's your number to call.
The number to call?
Call Congress, 202-224-3121. Call every day and encourage them
Call multiple times a day.
to not cut housing.
And don't forget, with your zip code, you have 40 people you can call. You have 2 senators and a House of Representatives member. Make sure you blow them up. Harass them. That is their job.
Meaning
is to
call
be
them a
harassed.
lot, not literally blow them up, we should say.
Yeah. We don't mean kill anybody. We mean, when we say blow them up, we mean blow their phones up. I mean, and not literally blow their phones up. I mean, you know.
Call them a lot.
call them so much that they get sick of hearing about this and they vote.
Yes.
And they vote the will of the people. The will of the people is not to build a freaking wall. I mean, the military is doing just fine with the budget it has now. It doesn't need another 54%. I mean, no offense. The U.S. has so many bombs that we could destroy the world, like blow the world out of existence 300 times over. Why do we need that many bombs?
And yeah, we got people living on the streets, like here.
Yeah, and we have people that served. A lot of these people that are out here tonight served in the military, served their country bravely. I personally did. I mean, I fought for your freedom. I almost died for your freedom. I mean, and I had to live like this for 4 years, being called a useless bum, being told to get a job. And guess what? I work, and it is so hard for me to work that I have to leave jobs because I can't handle it anymore because of my disability caused from the military. Caused from my military service, caused from willing to die for your freedom. I got blown up in a tank. I mean, if you look at my legs, my right leg's just about an inch off the ground. I mean, if both my legs are flat, I mean, I can't walk straight. I can't do anything about this. I mean, this is just a cry for y'all to please do something. Make that call. That one phone call would be enough if every person would call that number once. Then they would get so sick of hearing about it that they would do something about it.
That's right.
That they would repeal Trump's vote. And the Democrats are probably going to appeal it anyways, and thank God for that. But we need to get the Republicans behind us. I mean, we need to get people behind us to say, Trump, you cannot do this. They've already appealed one of his actions. Appeal more and more and more and more, and make his presidency completely useless. Make him the worst president to ever walk the face of this earth, which I think he's very well going to accomplish on his own, but that's beside the point. But I mean, thank you, man.
Thanks so much. Thanks so much.
There's one of our supporters right there.
There you go. So, want to give us a peace and love out from the street tonight?
Yeah, peace and love from downtown Asheville, from the Beach Bailey Federal Complex. And once again, that number is 202-224-3121. Please call. It can make a whole lot of difference. One phone call doesn't make that much difference, but one phone call for 1 million people makes a hell of a lot of difference. Much love, much peace. I'm going to try to get word.